There's a quote that goes like this: don't count the days, but rather make your days count. This is what we're going to talk about today. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening. Today is 9th of June 2021. It's a lovely Wednesday yet again. Thank you so much for joining us in the Waran Shanmugam show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. In this show, we bring in very interesting individuals, I must say, inspiring individuals to be more precise. Now, why we bring them here is because we want them to share their life stories. Yes, their life stories, because everyone has got a story to tell and it can inspire yet another person. Now, I don't simply pick and choose who they are, but rather I make sure that they have got a story to tell and they have made some changes unto themselves or others in any ways possible, let it be little or huge. As long as changes have been made, I want to hear their stories and I will showcase them in my show. Now, on that same note, right, I would like to pay tribute to two of my very good friends. Both of them are big time buddies who have left this earth to serve another. Now, these two fine ladies had a charitable heart of their own, and it's amazing how these two ladies did so many things. Yeah, they've done so much, helping those who were really in need tirelessly and almost every day with their energy, money, time, and in the end, their own lives. So I cannot say more, but I could only know that I really miss them both very dearly. My love goes to their family members. And let's take a moment to view this script and pray silence, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, may both of their souls rest in peace. Now, remember, everyone, please be safe. If there's nothing else that you have to do outside your home, please do stay at home. Do not go out and take care of yourselves. Yeah. All right, let's bring our guest into the studio. Yeah, welcoming Neelaveni Bala Mohan, a successful mother and a passionate teacher. Let's welcome Neelaveni. Hi there, Neelaveni. Hi, can you hear me?
Hi, Mr. Waran. Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me here. I'm indeed very proud and happy to be here with you all today.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you so much for spending time with us. I know it's a busy day, handful with your kids and all, but you being here and sharing your story, it's going to be wonderful. So let's go straight to your questions, shall we? Okay, good. Can you hear me?
I think I'm having some connection problem. Just give you. I'll just rectify this. Give me a minute. I'll rectify this.
Okay, sure, sure. Let's give Nilavini some time. As I was talking to you about people who inspire others, there are so many people out there who are inspiring, and at the same time, they are also risking their lives in helping so many people. I just received a couple of messages, lists of people who really needs help. Yes, these are all a bunch of people from different parts of Malaysia where they really need help. What type of help? Just basic needs. They need rice bags, they need eggs, they need oil, sugar, and anything that is possible that is very basic so that they can feed their children, feed their family. So if all of y'all out there, if you have got anyone who can really contribute, please contact me. I have got my number that I will be sharing with you. This is my number. So please remember, call me or message me. Tell me how you can contribute in whatever manner possible so that we can pass this message across, because it's very important. We take at least 2 meals, but there are so many people out there who cannot even have a decent meal. So let's help them. I have got list of names with all their particulars, their IC, their home address, their contact details, and everything available with me. They are giving it to me so that I can get funding or help from anywhere possible. I have been sending to all my friends, whoever can help with the basic needs. If you can help me with basic needs, send to me, or else if you want to bank in, this is my account number. You can bank into my account number. Any amount is welcome. Once you have done with the payment, please do send me a slip, an online transfer slip, so that I know how much you have put in, so that I can also make sure that I keep into account the amount that you are giving. With this money, we are going to help so many needy people out there. Remember, they need help. Very basic. We don't want to give them money, but rather we want to give them things that they can use on a daily basis. So please, whatever it may be, your contribution is so welcome. Thank you so much. I think Nilavini is back. Hi there. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, let me try calling her and see.
Hello, Anand.
Hi there.
Yeah.
We can't hear you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Should I restart the Wi-Fi and then get back to you?
Okay, let's do this. See whether I want to know, for those who are watching me right now, can you please, if you can hear Nilavini, can you please type yes, you can hear, so that we can continue via mobile phone instead? Let me know if that works. For those who are watching, let me know if you can hear. Nilavini, continue speaking.
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, good. Let's see if everyone can hear you. Can you say testing, testing, 1, 2, 3?
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, see, yes, we can hear. All right, good. Now that we can hear you, Nilavini, so what I am going to do is I am going to put your picture here.
Okay.
Okay, so what you can do is, okay, there are so many of them who really wants to see you in person. I tell you what, let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do this. We will try one more time. Can we do that?
Yeah, sure. One more time.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Susan says yes, we can hear. And Michelle says yes, but would be very nice to see her in person. Susan also says loud and clear. Now let's do this. It happens. Murphy's Law, they call it. The connection can be very bad at some areas. We will see if she can disconnect herself and connect again and see if that works. If it works, all fine. Hi there.
Hi. I
Okay.
hope this
All right.
time it.
Good, good. You're looking fine. Good. You can hear me now.
Yes, I do. Loud and clear. Thank you.
All right. All right. Good. Let's continue this. If you disconnect, then we will use the mobile phone. Okay.
Right, sir.
All right. Good. Now, I was talking to you much earlier, and you spoke about something that is very interesting, yeah, which is your childhood life, Nilaveni. Now, I always ask this question to every guest that appears in my show. Tell us a little bit about your childhood. But your childhood, Nilaveni, is very interesting, and I use the word interesting because you mentioned that you come from a very poor family and you were living in slums. Could you please share with us a little bit about your childhood, your family, and your friend? Go ahead, Nilaveni. Can you hear me?
Okay, sir. I couldn't get the question clearly, maybe because of the connection. But from what I get from the words that you said, I'm gonna start telling out about my childhood and my friends and my family. I came from a very small family. My father, mother, and three of us. And I started, and even in my introduction, you would have seen that I came from a slum area. That we were not brought up with a proper accommodation and facilities like what I am striving to give to my children. We had a very small house that made of the zinc roof, and my house was all with woods. Okay, we only had one room that accommodated by all of us, and my father used to sleep outside in the hall. So that was life was being, and when it rains, my house will be flooded. And this water is not the rainwater; it's the sewage water that comes into my house. That was my life until I moved out to university at the age of 20. And talking about my friends, I have a very good circle of friends since then. I always had chance to see good human beings and surround myself a lot of positivity, and I'm blessed with that. Even you are one of them who have always come to enlighten my life. And talking about my friends, they never have discriminated me or put me away for my background. They have been the supporting backbone all the way in terms of my education as well as my pathway. Why do I say in terms of education? Because I was in the state where we could not even buy a book to support my education. Extra books, I mean, not the textbook, but the extra books that needed. So my friends, once they finish, they will lend it to me. So I will erase their answer and redo it on it. So that's how my friends have motivated me, have been there throughout my life. And speaking about my childhood, I am always blessed to have very, very good parents. My father was a gem of person. My mother is a very religious person, and she always, always strives to today to see all of us, the three siblings of us, to go further in our life. If I would like to say there's one person in life who have never failed to trust me and never wanted me to fall down, it's my mother.
Amazing, amazing. Nilaveni, I want to ask you this. And forgive me for asking you this, yeah. How poor is poor? How poor was poor? As in the meal that you took on a daily basis and the things that you had at home. Tell us a little bit about that.
How poor was poor? Meal-wise, my father had to work 4 shifts non-stop with a little sleep in between for 2 to 3 hours. Usually, he leaves to work at 4 o'clock in the morning, and his first shift start then up to 8 o'clock. And then he comes back, get his nap up to 12 o'clock, and then he goes back to work. And he comes back at 4:30, again sleep for that 2 hours, get back to work by 8, comes back at 1 o'clock in the morning, and again 4 o'clock shift starts. So this is how he has been struggling to keep us fit. And why my father had such a struggle? Because my mother was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis at a very early age of 36. I was back then 13 years old when my mother was bedridden. So it was my dad who carried this burden, and he had to work, over the night and days, to toil and bring back food to our plate. And I have never had a good place to sleep, I would say, until I go to university, because in university we are provided with hostels and stuff like that. So we share bed, my mother, myself, my sister, and my younger brothers in one bed. So that's how things work. When I say slum area, the mosquitoes, I tell you. I'm a person who's very studious. I used to wake up early in the morning, 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, and I used to study. So the buzzing of mosquitoes, and I could never sit in my place and study without a mosquito coil 24/7. It is just has to be there. But despite of that, my whole body was filled with bites. That was how I lead my life up to here.
I see. So that's the. I was just about to ask you how was slum, because a lot of times you always hear about slums in India and other parts of the world, but in Malaysia, when you speak about slum, right, it can be very new for the many people who are very young of age. But you went through loads of difficulties, I must say. So tell us a little bit about your growing up, your child, and also teenage life.
Sir, can you repeat the last part, sir?
your
Childhood and
teenage your teenage life.
oh yeah, okay. My teenage life, I would say, is the most happiest moment, because the moment you say teenage, it brought a big smile to my face. You see, my childhood, I had a big gang. All my cousins were there together. All right. We always never miss meeting up during the school holidays and play. Could tell me what game was not there. We just played and played. I would really cherish all those moments, because despite of that lack and nothing, we still enjoy that moment in that lack. We used to cook, with small pots, and then there is a game called lompat tikus. We used to jump over the rope, play badminton, play ball. I even broke my elbow when I played police and thief with my brothers. I used and love to play with my brothers. When all the girls are busy cooking, I'll be the only one who's very mischievous, playing with my brothers, the football, and also chasing around. So that was how my childhood went. And I am always pampered by my dad. He protects me, and I'm also the one that got the most beating in the family, because I I my personality is very different. I'm a person who's outspoken. I mingle with people very fast compared to my other sibling. So that's a bit of fear in my parents, because sometimes they fear that I must mix with a wrong people or person. So my loudness was taken as a negativity and always be condemned. those days, you see. And teenage, my teenage was the best because I had the good friends that backs up with me, I think. My school life, I had friends. The one that was very close to me is a doctor now. She's serving in a Klang hospital. And the other friend got married and she's at home as a homemaker. And both of them was the one that made my life very colorful. The laughter, the mischievousness. And I hold a lot of position in the school as an English language president and counselor president and all that. So all that little things that I do make me so happy. I was always in charge of my life, despite of my father's strictness. He never allowed me to go for any extracurricular activity. Saturday and Sunday must be at home. When the school bell rings, you must come back home within that 15 minutes. Why 15 minutes? Because my school was just at the back of my house. So
I mean,
I will very carefully watch my dad. But then uh, in between all the list that he has gotten to be, I came out being rebellious, mischievous, and all that. But there are things that I made it through that he watched, and he thinks that I prove that a woman, a girl, can do things.
now that's amazing, Nilaveni. Yeah? And your dad is definitely an amazing gentleman. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about your dad? I know you love him so much, and you also miss him so much because he also just passed on. Share with us a little bit about him.
Yeah. My dad is a very hardworking man. Both my parents has no education background. My father can't even read signage on board those days before he started his career as a bus driver. So he put a lot of effort in reading and studying, in mastering this, so that he can get a proper job. And I've seen that man never said, I'm quitting, I'm tired. You just go for that 4 shift without fail, Mr. Waran, without fail. And he doesn't take any leave, not even a medical leave. I've watched him working that hard, that punctual. That person is a role model for me when it comes to career wise. I really salute him for the work ethics that he has got. And he was the one that always encouraged me to study. Okay, leaving a part of his distrust on girls. Okay, my father had the thought that girls must be married, must leave the house, and they cannot go out of the house. That's what he had all the way at the back of his mind. But I have this opportunity to always sit with him during my lunch hour. So when he eat the rice, he will tell me, do you know, for this one grain of rice, I have suffered a lot. He started his working life as early as 10 years old. So he goes to the estate to tap the rubber, to get the money and support his siblings. And then he got married, and then he had hers and everything, you see. So every time he eats, that's what he always tell me. So in my heart, I had planted the determination that I will definitely take care of this person. I will definitely study and make sure he was not in want anymore. That was my first determination. I still clearly remember I was 8 years old by then.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah. Your dad have really been an instrumental person in your life, I must say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me go to your college life. I was told that you are the only one who actually went through college, went to university. Tell us a little bit about your first generation graduate. If you could hear me, you being the first generation graduate in the family.
Yes,
Can you
Mr.
share
Waran.
it?
I am actually the first graduate of the entire generation of my father. See, what happened was, yeah. So, what happened was, it was very difficult to say this, but this is what happened. I was given a lot of opportunity now and then. When I completed my Form 3 and I got straight A's, I was given a boarding school, full boarding school. My father said, no, you're not going anywhere. Then, when I was in my Form 5, I completed because of the good result. They offered me a matriculation. My father said, no, you're not going anywhere. Then, when I completed my Form 6, I was offered university. My father said, no, you're not going anywhere. So this was what was happening throughout. So I and my mother could not say anything because he is always the one that gives the last word in our decision. You see, I couldn't make any decision here. So so he don't understand what is education and what am I going to do. He can't foresee, and I didn't get any help in terms of guidance. The one that always guided me was my friends, parents who are educated. They knew where to get the pin for university. They know what to do next. So I'll just see what they are doing, and I take a footstep. I take a footstep. That's what I do. So when it comes to that part, he didn't understand how an education can transform this. All that he wanted us to be educated, but he doesn't know the step that there was there that can make us somebody in life. So this one, I always, this is what I always tell to all my students. Okay, I'll always brief them what is the thing that need to be done, what is there outside there as a career prospect, what are the things available, so that they are aware from a teacher. Like my case, I had a lot of teachers who also helped me to brief, this is the steps, this is what to do. Without them, maybe I would have also missed in the past.
Yeah.
To
Okay.
add
So
further on this, sir, uh, my university life was the best, I would say, because missing all the chances, I was sent to a place which was very, very far from home. It is, it is very, sir.
go ahead.
Okay, I was sent to a place which is very far from home. I was offered a university in UPM, Sarawak, Bintulu, Sarawak. So again, it is a big no from my dad. But I had few people who came in to help me in that crucial point. I cried. I did the Cold War strike, everything at home, but it doesn't work. My father said no. So my uncles from my church leaders, they called up my father and spoke. My father screamed at them, you do not know anything and you don't ask me to send my daughter anywhere. So he hung up. Then my tuition teacher, called him and said, sir, do you know what kind of course that she has gotten? Because I was offered bio industry that time. And where is she going? She's going somewhere to a higher status in her life. They explained and explained. My father said, okay, if that is so, I will go with her. And if I don't like the university, I'll bring her back. So much so, my father followed all the way, taking the flight to Sarawak, stayed there 4 days in the hostel, boys' hostel, and he was happy. And then he told me, okay, you can study here. That's how my my university life started.
Very nice. So your father was definitely loving you so much. Yeah, he really wanted to protect you, care for you, but little did he knew that
Yes.
he was actually holding you. Yeah, yeah. That's very sad. Okay, we just lost Neela Veni there, but while waiting, I have got a couple of messages here that I would like to read. Yeah, a lot of people say, "Way to go, Neela Veni." Rajuin says, way to go, Neelaveni and Waran. Susan says, shout out to your mom. Michelle says, looking good, Nilaveni, Balamohan. And Michelle also says transmission is much clearer and better on FB. Susan says, yes, that's true. Your dad was definitely your hero. And Charles Arul says, salute your dad. Yes, there are so many well wishes there. Just to summarize a little bit on whatever that Nilavani said, as she was talking, there were a couple of areas or answers or sharing which really was humorous a little bit. Yeah, we tend to smile or laugh about it, but I was just thinking about how at that point of time when she was actually going through it, I don't know whether I could have gone through it like how she went through. It can be very painful. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, remember there are a couple of things that we must cherish, which is whatever life that we have gone through, however it may be, whoever were there or not there, it doesn't matter actually. We are always there to respect everyone's opinion at that point of time. They did it because of the resources that they have at that moment of time was just that much. Like the dad who do not know much about education, who not trust much about education, but he still gave the opportunity for Nilavini to actually go in and see how much she can help. So that I would say is an amazing thing. Yeah, I think Nilavini is waiting for me to call her. Let me see if I can call her.
Hello, sir.
Hi there.
Hi, sorry, I couldn't connect back.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so once again, we will be continuing with the questions. I was just telling everyone how your dad and a lot of people in your life had made an impact in your life in different ways. It's just that at that moment of time, they don't know what to do, what not to do, what is right, what is not right. Therefore, they just did whatever they think it was right.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So I just want to go ahead and read back some of the messages that I read just now. Savitri Muthusamy, do you know her?
Who?
Savitri Muthusamy.
No, sir.
All right. So you have got a bunch of fan base here. She says very good. Vijay says Nilaveni, great. You chose your dad as a hero.
Oh, thank you.
Charles Arul says salute your dad.
Thank you.
Susan says that's true. Your dad was a hero.
Yes, yes.
And Michelle and Gabriel Roy says looking good, Nilaveni.
Oh, thank you.
Very nice, very nice. Now let's go to some of the questions that I have here for you. And I need to ask you this, Nilaveni. And it's because it's important. Did education really help you in becoming a better person? If so, if yes, then how so?
Yes, sir. I would definitely stand for that, saying that education is actually a weapon in our hand. Why do I say that? You see, when I started to become educated, one, I had the chance to meet amazing people in life. Amazing people. Say their talents, say their experience, say what you could see in another person's life will really change you for betterment. Number two, because of education, I got a better perspective of life. Why do I say that? When I started my education seriously, I found that it made me to have a shift gear in thinking. My approach, the way I speak, the way I handle life is different. Since I have grown in such a situation and circumstances, I do see differences in me. What in terms of, for example, in the area that I live, people used to fight, okay, and there is no words that they can speak without using vulgar words and then the tone of speech, all this. I didn't say that because they are not educated, they are behaving as such, but education made me to make a decision to change my life.
Very
The third
nice.
point, education enabled me to see many opportunities in life, sir. I've gone places because of this education. I've been abroad, been there, mingled with people. I have shared my experience, and I have inspired many people outside there with this education that I have in hand.
Very nicely said. Yeah. So as you all heard from Neelavini, I hope you all can hear very loud, very clear. And she spoke very well. Yeah, I must say, education really brought her to places. She have met so many people, and there were so many instances, occasions where she was high performing simply because she was educated. So can you see how education is very helpful, and it can bring you out from the slums. It can bring you out from the poverty. It can bring you to many great places, I must say. Yeah. So, Neelavini, you call yourself a successful mother. Can you share with us a little bit about your family and also how they look up to you?
Yes, sir. I called myself a successful mother. I knew because my children are still young. People must be asking, what has she done? That her son is just 9 and daughter is 3 and she's calling her a successful mother. If I don't call myself successful, nobody else will.
Well said, well said.
So I always put my shoes, I always put myself in the shoe where I always tell to myself, I am a good mother, I am a successful mother. Why do I say this? Every day, sir, without failing, I'm truthfully telling you, I vision where I'm going to bring my children. Yes, I understand. I cannot forsake my ideas into their life. Of course, decision is theirs. Sir, one thing that I always and have been done till today to my children, raising a son at the age of 9, I always tell him, make your decision. For example, it just happened a day ago. He wanted to go out and play with his scooter. So I told him, Nathaniel, it is not the right time. One, the time is not right because now is the time people coming back from work. They must be riding furiously back home or in emergency, we do not know. This is what can happen. You can meet an accident. If you think you need to go, you may leave. I give the decision to his hand. I did not say, no, you cannot go. But I allow him to do the decision. Because I noticed, even in my life, up to today, I had difficulty to make decision because my parents were there all the time saying, yes, no, cannot, yes. You see? So it is very difficult for me to strive in my life because I am not practiced or I'm not allowed to make decisions. So from very young, I train my children, both of them, to make decisions.
Amazing. I have got goosebumps as you say that. Yeah, how I wish all our parents can do that. Yeah, and yes, Neelavini, it is indeed successful. A little bit of what Neelavini have just shared, and I know you heard that also, but I'm gonna say that again. How it doesn't matter whether you have got young kids or older kids. You need to tell yourself that you are successful and give the decision making to your kids. They will decide anyways and act upon it in a rightful manner. And to err is human. Yeah, to make mistake, it is no big deal. Yeah, as long as you are there, just to make sure that you safeguard them, make sure that they are all okay. Let them make a little mistakes here and there, but learning happens anyways. Decision must be given to them so that at any point of time, if they are all alone, they know what to do. They don't need us parents to be by their side holding their hands. Neelavini, I've got a couple of them saying that your dad is a big hero. Education is indeed an important aspect in our life, and successful mother indeed, Susan says. Yeah. Now, you spoke about a passionate teacher. Tell us what you do.
I am actually teaching IGCSE in a private school. and I've been in this teaching field for more than 10 years. So my job, I said I'm very passionate about teaching because I don't see my job as to just teach the children about science and biology, but also I lead them in their life, right? Because I have a lot of students that will come and share with me their problem. I have young teenagers come and cry of depression. They can't do this, they can't do that. They don't know what to do and things like that. When I face such situation, I will quickly put on my shoes as a mother and I'll be with them to comfort and guide them thereafter. That is why I always see myself as a teacher and a mother.
That's amazing. Yeah, how you said it very well. Being a teacher alone is not enough. You need to be a passionate teacher. That means you need to go all the way out just to make sure that the students of yours become much better. They learn more things, and you guide them in every way possible. That is so important. And I also heard that you also coach a lot of children separately on science and other areas.
Yes, sir, I do. I do a lot of private coaching also, so that they would have better understanding. And I always tackle the teaching in a very different method. I always conduct my class in a very happy note. Unless the class is happy, unless they are enjoying what they are doing, there will no be education. The children must see education as something very simple, very beautiful and enjoyable. Then it just penetrates to them like a music note in their life.
Simple, beautiful, enjoyable. That's how learning should be. Yeah, I wish I had that happening during my younger days. But let's not go there. Making the days count is the title of today's session. What this actually means to you personally, Nilavini?
Personally, sir, every day in my life, I always see that my dad have made me to have this master's education to be here in this world so that I impact the generation. And I'm not preparing only for my children, I am preparing and laying foundation for the next generation to come. When they are here, they need to know this is the way of living, this is the right thing to do. So every day I spend envisioning myself before I came down from my bed. What am I doing here in this world? I envision what I'm doing for my children. I'm envisioning what I do to my students. And I always make sure before I close the day, on my day, before I sleep, I always close my eyes and I'll go through from the moment I woke up from the bed. What did I feel? What did I thought? Until every activity I did, and lastly, to the bed again. What did I feel? What was the wrong thing? What is the betterment can be done? With gratitude, with the right attitude, I conduct every day.
Very nice. Right attitude. That's what you need to have as a human being. Yeah, right attitude. No matter what environment you are in, no matter what situation may come, right attitude brings you to the right path. So remember, very important. And you need to do all these things. Yeah, some of the things that Nilavini just shared. Yeah, she goes back and revisit at the things that she have done, the tasks at hand, and how best she can complete those tasks, and what else she can correct, amend, or make it better. And it's important. We all know this. We all learn this. Even in the mobile phone nowadays, you have got the to-do list. You have got notes. You have got so many areas where you can actually list down what are the things that you want to do on a particular day, on a particular week, month, and also a year, short term and long term. But you need to act on it. Only when you act on it, you will be able to see the fruits of it. Else, it remains just information, I must say. Yeah. And Nilavini, I need to ask you this, and I ask all the women who come to my show, discrimination.
Yeah.
Have you ever been discriminated in your life in any ways as a woman? Nilavini.
In many times and in many ways, sir. When I first got my job, I was a equipment specialist in a biotechnology area. So I was one woman sales application specialist that has earned a lot of jealousy and a rage from other men. So there is even one case, a man could not tolerate that of my performance. He threw paper on my face.
Did you say paper?
Yes, he threw papers on my face.
Wow.
Yeah. And then after that, I started doing my master's. There, I had a lecturer, a professor, who seemed me very weak and fragile because of my pregnancy. I did my master's when I was pregnant, sir.
Wow.
But then they did not understand the determination that I had. He mocked me. He said, "How would you complete this by time?" And I stood there, proved him that he was wrong.
Oh, that's interesting, yeah. So you were pregnant when you did masters.
Yes, sir, I was.
Gosh, what do you call this? Yeah, determination to the utmost, I must say. Yeah, and interesting how you went through discrimination and yet you moved forward. Did it by any chance or at any point of time you felt like a failure or you wanted to call it a quit?
When I was doing my master's, there's not much, encouragement that I got, because when I did my master's, my father was very ill. The man that wanted to see me at the greater height could not even come for my graduation day. But once I came back, I fell on his leg and I cried. I wore back my robe and I stood in front of him and I said, "Daddy, I did it." He cried. That was the moment that I will never forget. If I had one bright moment in my life, that was the one. That was the one that I will recall, falling on the feet of the man who worked hard to see me here.
That's nice to hear, Nilavini, and that's the pride that you give to your parents here. When you are able to showcase to them that you have achieved something, they will definitely be very happy, and you have done that. It's a lovely gesture, I must say. And I've got messages after messages coming here. You are amazing. Your sharings are great. Thank you so much. You're a wonderful person, and the list goes on. And I must say that you have actually touched a lot of people, but more so you have touched your family members, your students, and you are guiding them in ways possible just to make sure that they too be successful like how you are now. Nilavini, do you have any message that you want to share with many people out there, especially ladies who think that, I cannot do this, I cannot do that, life is very bad, it is not how I expected, and a whole lot of negative thoughts that may come to the ladies out there. What is it that you want to tell them?
Yes, sir. To all of you outside there hearing my voice and my message today, I hope you all see life in a different perspective from now onwards. All right? I'll always tell myself one thing, all right? That is, if you never try, never say that it cannot be done. I'll always tell that to everybody that come across in my life. When they say, "Teacher, I don't think so, I can do this," I'll just tell them, "Have you tried it? Did you try calling them up? Did you try speaking to that person? I cannot enter this university. I cannot go with this result. Did you try calling them? Did you find out?" Without trying, please never say it cannot be done. At the least, you have tried. This was not only my mantra, it was the one that I practiced up to now in every part in my life. And always remember, ladies and also gentlemen, our word is the blessing in life. When you're speaking to your children in anger or in happiness, remember not to let go words that works as a curse to your children. When you wanted to reprimand them, reprimand in a way that they will listen and change. Don't curse them. The word is a life. Whatever you say in life will definitely happen. This is not just what I tell you all today. This is what I tell my own children, and I raise them up to today. Every time and every day, I bless my children, and I make them to do self-affirmation. My 3-year-old daughter, I'll always dress her up, and I'll tell her, "You look so beautiful." And I always make her to tell the same, "Mommy, I am beautiful." These little things that you do in life will definitely make a big shift gear in their life as children. Not only to your own children, but to whoever come across. I'll always bless my students as well by telling them that you can, you are able, you are awesome. And this is what I do, and I request all of you to practice the same. Remember, the words that comes from your mouth have got a power. Use the power to change your life. And whatever you are doing now will resonate somewhere in your life. Never think that I am done. Nothing will happen. It is all done. Your kindness matters. Your words matter. Your attitude matters. Somewhere, somehow, it will resonate, and it will definitely be written to you in many folds. Believe and keep believing. Life is beautiful. Enjoy your life.
Lovely, lovely. Those are not words of wisdom; those are words of wisdom, Nilavini. Very nice. And if I can just catch that one word that was very meaningful is blessings. Bless your kids. Don't curse your kids. Don't say words that is not beautiful, not nice. Just bless them with all the words, all the positive words that you know. That itself will change them and will bring them to greater heights, I must say. Nilavini, I will end this session by Michelle's message, which says, "Keep moving forward, Neela."
Thank you.
So, Nilavini, thank you so very much. It was definitely an honor for me for you to be in this show, because your sharing just touched so many lives, and I am feeling very proud because the manner in which you are speaking now, the tonality and the confidence is just mind blowing, Nilavini. And I'm so happy that you are in my show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It is indeed my blessing to have you in my life, sir, and for giving me this chance to thank the man who I always praise and worship in my heart. And I knew one day I'll tell the world that my father is the man behind my success, and he made it to become true. And Mr. Waran, you are a blessing in my life. Thank you so much for this beautiful brothers and sister relationship that you've given and built with me, sir.
You're most welcome, and it is all your work, Nilavini. You had it all the time. I just rekindled a little bit, and look at you, amazing. Once again, thank you so much, Nilavini.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're most welcome. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you think that you are in a real bad situation, you really think so? Well, I would say think again, because there are so many people out there who have sailed through hardship. And this hardship is not your hardship, my hardship. It is way beyond what we can imagine. And look at them now. They are in a better land, I must say. So if you can do it, Nilavini, I'm sure a lot of people out there can do it. And that's the message that came across, and she just agreed upon it. So remember, your life is not difficult. You are just in a space where you need a little tuning in. So tweak a little bit, whatever your perspective, your thinking, the way you're looking, the way you're doing things. the way you are acting upon something or someone, change a little bit. And I mean a little bit, just an inch, and see the whole world change in front of you, and look at where you will be. So again, as I'm talking, I can hear Nilavani saying yes, yes, yes. Yes, indeed. Make sure that you guys do something good. And to do something good can be very small. And remember, I spoke to you about how there are so many people out there who really need basic needs. I am sharing with you the account number again on screen. If you have got something that you want to share, a little amount, let it be small, big, whatever it may be. For you, it may be very big, and that's all that we need. Share some amount. Blessings are something that we need, because there are so many people out there who really do not have basic food for their daily meal, and they need to feed their family, their children. I've been receiving a lot of messages just these 2 days on about 70 to 100 people in different particular areas. They need basic needs, basic food, and I am trying to help. I have sent this message to across all my friends, and if you think that you want to contribute in any ways, please bank in, share with me your transfer slip, and I will share with the rest of them with products, not cash, so that they will be having something in return. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, let us fight this pandemic together and win this race. Nilavani, once again, thank you, and we shall see all of y'all next Wednesday, same time. Bye bye. Thanks, Nilavani. Bye bye.
Bye.